Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 LP, and today we are going to start in Aquatic Ruin Zone. So, with that being said, this is the second zone, third zone of the game, and the first and the fruit water zone of the game. Well, to be fairly honest, this is pretty much a much more easier version of Labyrinth Zone. You thought how bad Labyrinth Zone is? Well, this one is more of a walk in the park compared to that of the Labyrinth Zone. And I heard, and also the Hydrocity City Zone is much more fair as well. But compare Hydrocity to that of Labyrinth, the Hydrocity is much more easier than that of Labyrinth, even though it's much more challenging than the Aquatic Ruin Zone. So with that being said, I'm actually going to be saying this. This is pretty much a zone that is much more easier and much more fair, because we all know how how absolutely cheap and unwelcome the Labyrinth Zone was in the last game. I just have to say it was my least favourite zone from the Sonic games. Oh god, this is pretty much going to be a bit of a difficult special stage because I just got hit and Tails is in front. Oh you fuck! Are you really going to be? Come on, you need to get behind me, Tails. Otherwise, we'll lose more rings thanks to you. Right, get to there. You need 100 rings. Oh, I just lost 10 rings, but thank God I'm in the front again. Thank you, Tails. Oh, you bastard. Oh, that was a bit of a cheap. That was a bit of a stroke of luck. This is the reason why I don't like Tails' AI that much, because if he gets hit too many times, it'll prove costly. Like what I said in the last part. Let's get those rings. And we got it. And we got it. Yes. Chaos Emeralds. So we got 4 of the 7 emeralds so far. So we finally managed to get the game. Managed to get 4 of the emeralds. Now, a lot of people saying this. You need all 7 emeralds to get not only the good ending of the game, but also to get Sonic's super form, which we'll be showcasing later on. So let's see about that. Okay, so with that being said, Aquatic Ruin Zone, like I said, is pretty much a much more easier version of Labyrinth Zone. And was that a bit of a miracle that I didn't fall into that pitfall? Oh, it is a bit of a glitch. Whenever you have the running shoes on, and if you go under the water, whenever you actually go in the water, that means the power-up is negated. Whenever you go in the water, the power-up is instantly gone, but the sped up music is still remaining until it speeds down again. That was a bit of an annoying glitch. So with that being said, we are in Act 2 now. So, and those bloody arrows. Bye, Tails. Of course, Tails is pretty much like any other character. If he dies, that means you don't lose a life. But he doesn't die whenever he hits any enemies. So that's pretty good. If you actually lose him, he'll just wipe back. That's a simple claim, isn't it? That's a bit of a. Goodness gracious. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to say this. This zone is pretty much isn't that bad in terms of the underwater segments. Because if you keep high and dry enough, you won't be able to have any trouble at all. If you're in the water, that means you're not. It'll make your life much harder. But if you're out of the water, then it's a much more of a cakewalk in the park. A simple walk as well. Oh, I got to see where the arrows are. Oh, there they are. Oh, it's a double one that goes. It makes that fireball making sounds that the double ones do, but the single ones, this one, actually they actually get the arrow out. And that is actually, those are one of the trap hazards, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, we are going off to the 5th special stage now. And this one's even harder thanks to Tails' AI, pretty annoying AI. And this one has got some. This one has got some annoying ring placements as well as annoying as well as some really annoying cheap bomb placements. You've got to try and anticipate where they are, so you don't lose too much rings. If you lose too much rings, then that means it's back. You have to start it again. Oh, this one has the over-the-top rings, and pretty much this is a bit of a cakewalk. This is much harder than the previous few ones, but not as bad as the next one we're gonna get to next when we go off to the next zone and defeat the next boss. So we've got more rings. We need some more rings. With those bombs out of the way, then that means there's a few bombs in the 3rd part of this special stage. After that, it's relatively trouble-free. All you got to do is to keep grabbing the rings until you finally got the Chaos Emerald. Thank God. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted a sip of Chinese tea, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I started drinking green tea and some herbal tea just to try and calm my nerves down, because sometimes doing some of these LPs can be a bit nerve-wracking, considering that I recently started doing them. Well, it was last month since I returned to YouTube, since I started my LP making. Stop the speed-up shoes. Bloody recording equipment. It's beginning to be a bit of a pain in the arse now. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's most predictable hammer strike in this boss. What I did there was stand on top of the pole just to. If you stand on top of the pole, the fight is incredibly easy. But if you're in the bottom, you have to use the arrows in order to reach him. So that's why I always use the. When I figured it out, I usually use the top of the totem poles in order to stop Dr. Robotnik. Anyway, with Aquatic base being done, we are now in Casino Night. This is pretty much the zone that introduced us to compulsive gambling. And what I mean from compulsive gambling is, of course, the slot machines. That. And also, you can actually use these slots to get some more points and increase your score. And the music is pretty good. Don't get too robotic. Oh, thank God! I've only got a bar as well, so that's. So yeah, total. So ring payouts vary. According to whatever icons you match. If you match 3 rings, that's 10 rings. If you match a bar with any other icon, you can actually get 2 rings. But which is the lowest payout. Bar gives you 3 bars give you 20 rings. I think Tails gives you 25, Sonic gives you 30, and Jackpot I think gets 100. But if you have Jackpot with a Sonic figure, 150 rings. But beware, if you match Robotnik symbols, 3 Robotnik symbols, you lose 100 rings. But either 2 Robotnik symbols for Jackpot or 2 Jackpots with a Robotnik symbol, then that means you've lost 150 rings. So basically, all you've got to do is to not push your luck too hard. What the hell was that? Did he just had an off-screen death? Very strange. So late. I kind of like the song. I like the music. We've got big boosted points thanks to you, Tails. Only Tails was. Well, I remember. Ooh, I've got a bit of history to not prior history for you guys. In one of the sprite, when I was still making sprite videos back in my GST days, one of my friends, Sassy the Kitty, or Sassy Fraz, one of my friends on YouTube, one of my real life friends as well, pretty much used to make sprite skits as well. One of them depicted Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow as the young ones, and Tails was pretty much the Neo of the lot. If only Tails had longer hair and pretty much acted like a hippie, then he would be the Neo of the young ones. That pretty much proves how much of a liking me and Sassy Fraz had with the young ones. Because the young ones is a very, very, very fantastic TV show. I actually loved watching it. In fact, I actually have the DVD box set of it as well. Same with Bottom. But anyway, back with the game, and remember what I told you about the AI detection? Some of the AI detection being incredibly flawed with Tails, within Tails' path. Well, this one plays a part of how the stage is incredibly infuriating. And getting rings is a bit of a tall order there. And I keep missing some of the rings because I never can predict when the twisted turns come next. And this is what happens. So if Tails loses too many rings, that means, or if you jump a bit too late in this part, because this is pretty much the worst part of this one. Whenever Tails loses too much rings, that means you'll basically kiss that emerald goodbye. I have to say, this is out of all the spiritual stages, this is the worst one of the lot. And that's because Tails' AI detection issues is actually pretty much botched and flawed, and that's why I pretty much lost this one. But don't worry, I think I'll bounce back in the next act. But we'll do that next time. We'll do that in the next act. Try and get that emerald. Bloody AI. So Tails did it again! He pretty much betrayed me! Now I'll berate you, Tails! Ugh. Bloody hell, Tails. Why do you always have to be so inconsistent with your AI thing in time? This AI detection is just absolutely flawed. That's why I don't like the special stages that much compared with some of the others, like the Blue Sphere stage, or even the ones in Sonic, or even Sonic. Some of the Blue Sphere stage I actually find much better than the Half-Pipe stage. At least the Half-Pipe stage is better than a couple of the Acid Trip mazes in Sonic the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, Act 2, this is much more pretty much the same as the first act, except more gambling places, and much more places and of course one place to score a huge amount of points, huge heap of points. And of course you could actually get a huge amount of points by getting rid of those bumpers which could turn red. No, don't. Oh, I've got 2 robotics in the Sonic, but that doesn't mean anything. No, thank God. I'm not gonna bother with that. I actually kind of like this song because it's pretty good. Jackpot Sonic. Whoa! I think it's that jackpot with 2 Sonics. That's 60. I think that's 60 rings that earns you. Anyway, let's jump through this ring of stars and try again. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, I had to sip my Chinese tea again. Anyway, we're back on the special stage again. Mostly due to the fact that this was a bit of a because of Tails' AI detection issues. Let's have a look at it. Oh, he's done it again! Oh, it's done it again! For fuck's sake, AI detection in some games can be incredibly annoying at times. Let's hope we get a better result this time around. Missed it again. Okay, let's hope we get through this one this time. Don't get hit. Oh, you bastard! Not Tails, the AI. If you think that I'm berating Tails because of its failure, then you're wrong. It's his stupid AI. It's absolutely relentless, and whenever I jump, he always has about a half a second delay before I actually he manages to register it. Anyway. We got enough rings, and this time it was a success. Okay, so we got six Chaos Emeralds from the first game, but we're missing one. We're missing the Grey Emerald. Well, looks like we might as well got one more to go. So this is 7 Chaos Emeralds this time instead of 6 in the first game. Maybe the first one wasn't coded properly, so that's why I decided to ditch the 7th one. Anyway, with that being said, let's continue on with the Casino Night Zone and stuff, and pretty much take on Robotnik again. Assuming we go through this zone. But there's only one way we can actually go through that. Oh, we got 3 Sonics. That's good. Should we get another success? No. Ah, thank God. Sonic in the middle, so that's pretty much not giving me a loss. Not a loss. But I think it's the jackpots. If it gets past the jackpot, it's Robotnik, then that means that would I definitely would scream. What I had to do was to get through there. And that was a bit of a pain in the arse, that kind of design. Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna go and take on Robotnik again. For the 4th time in this game. Oh! A stupid bump! Stupid flipper just caught me and I pretty much got that fucking bit. Oh! For God's sake, you bloody bastard off that fucking ring just got away and I just died. I think it was the momentum that pushed me towards this claw and I couldn't even hit this cockpit. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the first step of this playthrough. Dr. Robotnik, I'm not going to let you defeat me. Don't catch me, Flipper. Oh, you... You son of a bitch! Ugh, you bastard. There you go. That's for getting rid of my rings, you egg-headed, bloated slime ball. Bloated... What is Tails doing? Tails, what are you doing? Ugh, Tails just glitched out. Anyway, we defeated Dr. Robotnik again, and for this time, we're gonna be going off to the next zone. But before that, we're gonna take another break, and with that being said, I'm McKidd, and I'll see you guys in the next part where we take on the next 2 zones of the game and get the final Chaos Emerald. And hopefully turn into Supersonic. So, see you guys next time.